Now, today's topic is the third chapter, that is the chemical reactions and the equations. In this, we are going to discuss chemical reactions and the chemical equations. Now, here is some questions are given. Now, first question, what are the types of molecules, elements and the compounds? So what is the answer for this question? Elements of molecules are made up of one or more atoms. They are exactly same. And molecules of compounds are the made up of different types of atoms. Now come to the second question. What is meant by valency of the elements? So valency of elements is defined as the capacity of an element to combine is called the valency, and it is a number of a chemical bond formed by one atom of an element with the other atoms. For example, carbon and the hydrogen. Carbon is the attached with the 4 hydrogen atom, and carbon valency is a what? 4, and the hydrogen valency is a what? 1. And if we combine, so what we get? Methane, that is a CH4. Now come to the third question. What is the third question? What is the requirement for writing the molecular formula of a different compounds? So here we need symbols of a different radicals, and second we need their valency. Now come to the question number 4. How are the molecular formula of a compounds written? First we write the symbols of radicals. Now second we write the valency of the elements, and then we have to cross multiply the valency of a molecule, and we use the molecular formula. For example, suppose we take the carbon and the hydrogen. So carbon, what is the symbol for carbon? C. What is the symbol for a hydrogen? H. Now valency of a carbon is a 4 and the valency of a hydrogen is a what? 1. Cross multiply. What we get? Carbon and the hydrogen, that is a what? CH4. CH4 is a known as a what? Methane. Now come to the here next topic here, chemical reactions. Now here is a given, compounds are formed by chemical combination of the elements, and in between two elements there are the some force. So the driving force behind the formation of a chemical bond is to attain an electronic configuration with the complete octet. So all the atoms, they try to complete their octet, and they are what? Combining with the other atom, and they form the chemical bond. The atoms attain a complete octet by giving or taking or sharing of electrons with the each other. Now some scientists of the 18th and the 19th century carried out the fundamental experiments on the chemical reactions. They provide from their experiment that during chemical reactions composition of a matter changes and that change remains permanent. So in a chemical change, what happens? Their composition of a matter change, and that change is the permanent. For example, we have to take the milk. If milk converted into the curd, that is known as a what? Chemical change. On the contrary, during the physical change, only the state of a matter changes, and this change is the often temporary in a nature. Now second change is a physical change, and in the physical change only what changes? Only state are changes. State means what? Solid to liquid, liquid to gaseous state. For example, if we take the ice, if we apply the heat, then what happened? It converted into the water. So solid, it is a changes in the form of a what? Liquid. This change is known as a what? Physical change. Now here one table is a given, and we have to identify which change is a physical change and which one is a chemical change. Now first one, see first what is a given? Transformation of ice into water. So transformation of ice into water, what is a change here? That is a solid to liquid. So which type of a change? That is a what? Physical change. Now second one, cooking of a food. So cooking of a food is a which type of a change? That is a chemical change. Now third is a ripening of a fruit. Ripening of a fruit, again which type of a change? That is a what? Chemical change. So this one we have to write in a chemical change. Now come to the next, fourth one, milk turned into curd. Again this one is a what? Milk into turned into the curd, that is a chemical change. Evaporation of the water. Evaporation of a water, it will be the what? Physical change. Now digestion of a food in the stomach. So that one is a what? Again chemical change. Seventh one, size reductions of naphtha balls exposed to the air. That one is a what? Which type of a change? It is a physical change. Now next one, staining of a sahbad or kadappa tile by lemon juice. So again this is a what? Which type of a change? Chemical change. Now next, breaking of a glass objects on falling from the height. If glass is a broken, again which type of a change this one? This is a what? Physical change. So we have to take in the many examples here, which one is a physical change and which one is a chemical change. Now next here one activity is a given. So here what apparatus we have to take? Thermometer, evaporating dish, tripod, stand, funnel, basin burner, etc. Now there are the chemicals. We have to take the limestone powder, copper sulfate, calcium chloride, potassium chromate, zinc dust, sodium carbonate, and the anhydride, etc. Now here is a procedure is a given. So what is the first? First is a what given? Take a spoonful of a limestone powder in an evaporating dish. Heat it strongly on the high blue flame. So what we have to do it? We have to take the disc. In this we have to take the powder, that is a which one? Limestone. And the what is a limestone? That is a what? Calcium carbonate. So what is the color of that calcium carbonate? So color of a calcium carbonate is a what? Here if we have to heat, so what is there? Color change. What we have to observe from there? There is a no change of a color. So what we have to write here? No change. Now here next is a what? Gas released. So here is a one gas is a released. If we heat, so carbon dioxide gas is a released. Now temperature change if present? No, there is a no change in the temperature. Now nature of a changes. So which type of a change? Chemical change. Now come to the second one. Here is a given, add a zinc dust into the copper sulfate solution. So what we have to observe in that? That one is a what? Which color? That is a, we have to observe that is a blue color, that is a turns in a colorless. Now here gas is released. No, there is a no gas is a released. Now here what temperature is a increases, and the what is the change of a that is a chemical change. Now come to the third activity. There is a given add a potassium chromate solution to barium sulfate solution. So what we observe from there, that is a what is the color? Yellow color. And the gas is released? No, gas is not released. What about the temperature? There is a no change the temperature. So which type of a change? This one is a what? Chemical change. Now come to the fourth activity, that is a what? Add a sodium carbonate solution to the calcium chloride solution. So what we have to see in the, there is a what color? White color. And the gas is released? No, there is a no gas released. And the here temperature is a decreases. And again which type of a change this one? This one is a what? Chemical change. Now come to the fifth one. What is a given here? Take the phthalic anhydride in the evaporating disk. So we have to take that one. There is a no color change, gas is released, and the temperature, there is a no any temperature changes. And the which type of that one change? That one is a what? Physical change. Now here we have to just discuss what is a physical change and the what is a chemical change. A physical change takes place due to the change in the permanent, that is a parameters. So that one is a physical change is a depend on the what? Temperature, pressure, and the often the physical change is a reversible. So physical change what we have to, that one is a reversible. The composition of a matter remains the same in the physical change. For example, ice is the transformed into water on heating, and water is transformed into the ice on cooling. That means if we apply the heat on a ice, so that one converted into water, and if we cool, then what? Again water converted into the ice. This is known as a what? Physical change. Now next, the composition of a matter changes during the process, then it is called the chemical change. And a chemical reactions is a process in which some substances undergo bond breaking and are transformed into new substances by formation of a new bonds. So in the atoms they have to break the bond, and again they form the other atoms, and the new bonds are formed. The substances taking part in the chemical reactions are called the reactants, whereas the substances formed as a result of a chemical reactions by formation of a new bonds are called the products. Here is a one example. Now see here, what is carbon combined with the oxygen. So what we will get? Carbon dioxide. Now this part, carbon plus oxygen, this part is known as a reactant, and whatever we get in here, this is known as a what? Products. So here formation of a carbon dioxide gas by combustion of a coal in a air is a chemical reactions. In these reactions, coal and oxygen are the reactants, while carbon dioxide is the product. A chemical reactions is represented by writing a chemical equation. So this is the chemical reactions, and the first left hand side part is known as what? Reactants, and the whatever we get, that is known as products. Now chemical equation. The representation of a chemical reactions in a condensed form using the chemical formula is called as the chemical equation. Equation copper sulfate and the zinc are the reactants. Now come to this reaction. here left hand side is a what? Copper sulfate plus zinc. That means they are the reactants. So what is the product form? Now copper is a removed and the zinc will come in place of a copper. That is a what? Zinc sulfate plus copper is a form. So copper sulfate react with the zinc, we get the zinc sulfate plus copper. So this is a one of a chemical equation. They react with each other to form a copper particles properties. The ionic bond in between the reaction copper sulfate breaks and the ionic bonds in the product zinc sulfate is a formed during the reactions. Thank you very much.